Alright, here's another part to making the skin for the phone, okay? So this is your phone. Now, what I do is I get a piece of transfer tape. This is another way to do it instead of scanning your phone, by the way. I added that one there too. So just get a nice clear piece of transfer tape. You can use the white transfer tape. It's just easier with clear because then you can see what you're doing a little bit better. Okay, so there's that. Getting that on there. Kind of work it into the edges if you can. No big deal. I mean, get it as close as you can, but okay, now that's on there pretty good. So next thing I am going to do is take my Sharpie and a small ruler and just draw a line on each edge. If you are using something with a thick tip like a Sharpie, bring it in about a 1/16 of an inch towards the inside, just because you don't want to have it too big. If you don't have to do any trimming, then that's even better. You know, you don't want to have to trim. And the main reason too is if you're doing something like this for customers, the less trimming they have to do, the more happy they're going to be with the product. And I put this on this paper just to move it around like that. You don't have to do that, but I don't want to scratch the screen of my phone up. And this one here, you got that that recess there for the camera. I'm just going to bump the edge of the ruler up to the edge of that. Draw a line. Now obviously I can't get the ruler into these really tight spaces. This one's okay, so we can go ahead and do that one. Let's do this one too, since it's somewhat of a straight edge. And it's okay to make the line bigger. You know, if you know what you're doing, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to push that tape in there again. Take my Sharpie, just kind of roll it around the edge of that that piece where that camera comes up. Okay. So there's that. Just kind of, you don't really have to mark this spot here, but I did anyway. I don't know if you can even see that. Alright, so take your tape off, and the tape doesn't leave any residue at all on your phone, so that's great. Now, it's easier if you line this up straight. You don't I mean, this part right here, this is just my OCD. So I'm gonna just try to eyeball that, because when I put the paper into the scanner, I don't want to have to sit there and mess around with it to make sure it's straight. Alright, let's go over to the computer. See, there's your pattern there. Okay, so here what I did was I scanned my pattern that I drew on the transfer tape into Adobe Photoshop. I went ahead and just cleaned up all the little marks, anything I had left over from my scanner. So from this point, I want to take my selection tool, just click inside of the shape there, create a new layer, make sure you're on that new layer, go to edit, fill. You can have whatever you want for the color. I just use black for the foreground color. Deselect that, get rid of that original layer, so there's your shape. Then I go to File, Export, Export as PNG. Then I save that into my temp folder, and I've already got one done, so I'm just going to show you what I do. Okay, so we're going to cancel that. Now let's go into Adobe Illustrator. Now this is my shape that I put in, and I just went ahead and did an image trace, and I got the shape here. I copied it. Actually, I'll show you what I did here. Just took it, grab my selection tool, then you hold Alt, slide over. There's your exact copy. I take away the fill, so then you have one filled, one unfilled. Now, you want to go ahead and place your image from wherever you got it selected, from whatever folder you're in. In this case, I've already got it placed in. I just had the layer hidden. I'm just doing that for time purposes. Alright, now see how the image comes outside of the shape? You definitely want that. You don't want it inside, because then you're going to have that on your pattern, that negative space. Okay, so from this point, if you're happy with where you got your image and your shape, right click, select them both, right click, make clipping mask. There you go. Now from this point, I usually rasterize it if it's not too big. Make sure your background's transparent. Now highlight both shape and the raster image. Use your alignment tools, put them together. There's your pattern. Now next thing you want to do, make sure your path over here in the layers panel, make sure your shape is up above the image. Now if you see it do that, don't worry, that's fine. Take away the fill, grab your spot color, which mine is Roland BN-20 VersaWorks. What the hell that's there for? Roland BN-20 VersaWorks. Things acting squirrely. Okay, hit your spot color. Don't let that scare you, that's normal. Just go ahead and up here in this little corner, you want to make sure your spot color is on the right side. So we'll switch those, put it in the stroke panel. Take away the fill. I usually bring my stroke down to 0.5. I don't think that's really necessary, but I still do it that way. Okay, now you see that pink line around everything? That's where the machine's going to cut. Next thing I want to do, which I should have done in the first place, is make sure the measurements are okay. So 6.4 high, 2.9, about 3 inches wide. Save this as an EPS, load it into your VersaWorks software, and you're ready to cut. Alright, so here's the test. Let's see if my phone skin turned out okay. So I got two different ones, my Militia design and then my American Eagle design. We're going to try the American Eagle. Alright, just carefully place this. The good thing about this vinyl wrap material that I use is it's definitely adjustable. You can move it. It's not like a regular sticker where it's really, once you put it on, it's just going to stick. It's not bad. It's a little bit short on this end. I remember doing that when I made it, but there it is. Pretty badass design. And then I'll do another video where I put on the other one. The other one's gonna fit about the same way, but this material, it's printable auto vinyl wrap, so it conforms. If you have to heat it and wrap it around a surface, this is one I use on firearms, and it's laminated with the matte finish laminate. So the laminate is also flexible, so you can basically, I could have wrapped this around a gun handle, could have wrapped my slide with it, anything on a gun, anything really. Same way I did the e-cig here, that's a vinyl wrap. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I wish I would have gone a little bit longer, but hey, not bad for a first try. Thanks for watching.